Hello, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me. This is the first time I'm trying one of these, crazy Google Hangout things, but I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm so excited for this year. The DC Bachata Congress is going to be amazing. You know, every year, Lee and his crazy self, he tries to outdo the Congress. So this year, we really need all the help we can get. Last year, if you weren't a volunteer, just to give you an idea, we had about 125 people doing 12 hours. So we're looking for the same this year. So with that said, welcome. This is your volunteer meeting. What we're going to do here is we're going to kind of cover what volunteering entails. So we'll be talking about your commitment. We'll be talking about the agreement, what you get for volunteering 12 hours. And then we'll talk a little bit about the departments and where we can fit everybody. So volunteering at the Congress it started about 3 years ago. Before that, we didn't really have that many. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me. This is the first time I'm trying one of these crazy Google Hangout things, but I hope you guys are all doing. This thing is going crazy. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I had my YouTube page kind of going. So anyway, so like I was saying, all right, so what we're doing here is we're offering 12 hours of volunteer time. In exchange, we're going to give people a full pass. So that's actually named the regular pass in the website. A regular pass gets you to all the workshops except for the master classes and the extra cost classes, which are the fitness concert on Sunday from 12 to 4, the comedy show on Friday, that's about from 8 o'clock to about 1:30, and then there's music after that, and some other small events, like we have a dating event coming in. So we have these things going, and it's a great festival for you guys to enjoy. Just to give you an idea, for those people who haven't volunteered in the past or haven't even gone to the festival, there's a lot of newbies that come in. We have over 130 workshops. That's what we had last year, and this year we have a little bit more with our educational sessions. So our educational sessions are sessions that we actually added to the schedule that actually teach people, lecture style as opposed to just dancing. So there's one, how to passion for profit, how to turn your passion of dance into profit, how to market yourself as an instructor, how to market your studio, that kind of thing. And then we have a couple panel discussions also, so that's a cool addition that we did. The panel discussions are pretty much, for example, we had one last year that was Alejandro Bosa in New York, who runs all the major parties in DC. We had Lee, who was talking about his success with the festival, and then we had Earl Rush talking about Stuck on Salsa and how he's built the Latin dance community. So we bring panel discussions together to kind of teach people how to how to better their dance business as well. So with that said, we have those sessions, which are free to the public, and we also have the dance workshops. And then we've added the master classes, the specialty classes. So you guys get all these perks except for the masters and the specialty. So that's the Congress in a nutshell. Aside from the workshops, literally our schedule goes: Thursday we open on at 3 o'clock. For registration, the workshops start around 5 and they go until 8, and then our ballrooms literally go from 9, 10 o'clock until 8 a.m. So it's a long time of dancing that you could really take advantage of. This year we have shows on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday will be our Mika Mendez concert, Big Kizomba. So if you guys are into Kizomba, I mean, that's going to be the most amazing concert ever. He's actually never done an East Coast U.S. tour. He's done like little clubs and this and that, but never a real concert. So that's going to be really exciting. Then on Saturday, we'll have our world-renowned Jerry Rivera and Toby Love concert, so that'll be Saturday night, and then Sunday we have dancing until 4 a.m. So these are things that you guys, I mean, we're really literally almost a 24-hour festival. I mean, registration literally sleeps, I think, for 1 hour. We go pretty much almost every day from 9 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then we come back at 9 a.m. to redo. So we need a lot of help with you guys to help us in registration, to make sure that, you know, things are running great, and it's a successful festival. So I'm glad that you guys took the time to volunteer. If you guys haven't filled out the form, or if you guys are joining just out of the quick Facebook blast that I just put on Facebook, you can go ahead and go to dcbachata.com/volunteers, and that'll give you the form. You'll put in your hours and we'll schedule you there. The only things that we need as upkeep is our volunteer agreement. So if you haven't done that, at the bottom of that page, of the DC Bachata Congress page, I'll see if I can snapshot it in here, there is a at the bottom of the page, there's a link that says upload your volunteer form here, and that's actually a really great, you know, you don't even have to print anything. It's very electronic, and you just send it right in. Let me see if I can get you guys a snapshot. The password for that is DC, D as in dog, C as in cat, 2014 BC, B as in boy, C as in cat. So that's that. Let me see if I can snapshot you here. So that's the volunteer form, if you haven't. And most of you guys have probably already filled this out, hence the email that you got from me, or the out-of-towners that are just joining in. All right, so I can't really figure out how to snapshot this. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Screen share. This thing is so cool. Okay. So you guys should be able to see my screen right now, and what it is, it's pretty much the DC Bachata Congress. So this is DC Bachata/volunteers, and this is the form that you guys filled out. And here, all the way at the bottom, you'll see the electronically sign it here. And it's actually highlighted in purple, https://realestate.ecosign.com, blah, blah, blah. And that's where you're going to submit your electronic form. You pretty much just fill it out, put your credit card information, and it sends it directly to our email. So with that said, let's talk a little bit about that. So the volunteer agreement is pretty much giving us a little bit of a security blanket so that we can actually give you your full pass. What we like to do is we actually get you guys your wristband on Thursday. You can pick it up as early as we open up on Thursday at 3 o'clock. So literally, you know, if you're working only at registration at, you know, let's say the full day Sunday, you can actually pick up your wristband on Thursday, enjoy the workshops, enjoy the parties, and then go into, you know, your duty of work on Sunday. So that's that. Pretty much what we do, we trust that you will come back and volunteer, and as a security blanket, we just need that agreement so that you guys, you know, don't run off and never come back to your shift, which we've never had a problem with, actually, since we put this nice little form in. So it'll ask you for your credit card information. We won't charge you unless you actually physically take a wristband and then don't show, and that would be a $200 charge to your credit card. It hasn't happened yet, and you know, we really trust all you guys, and really, you know, are appreciative of you guys putting in the time. But that's something that we do need before the first, you know, before you actually get your wristband. So if you don't turn in the volunteer form, you'll come to registration and you probably will not be in the system. So FYI. All right, so next thing is the volunteering. So we have several departments that we can put people in. The majority of you guys will go into registration. So registration is Registration pretty much is the bulk. I mean, that's where people come in, they pick up their wristbands, they upgrade from a one-day pass to a full pass, they upgrade, you know, from the night party to a one-day pass because they want to take the workshops the next day. So really, I mean, this department is a huge part of our festival. What we try to do is to train people so that they could run this efficiently. And what we do is we actually run everything on iPads. So we're looking for people who are tech savvy, who can troubleshoot an iPad, since that is actually a big chunk of our registration. And we need people who know how to troubleshoot also with Mac computers, because we use actually a couple Macs also. This year we'll also have a couple point of sale systems. Super easy, kind of just touch the screen, create a sale, a t-shirt sale, or what have you. But we need people to do that. So registration, 80% of you guys, unfortunately, will have to go into registration. I shouldn't say unfortunately, because it is actually a fun environment to be in. You get to interact with all the crowd, and but there is some chaos to it when we come into Saturday and we come into Friday. Now, I have like all these people asking me for the link. Let me tune these people in. So with that said, let's move on to the next department. So registration is going to be the bulk of you guys, and that's going to be from Thursday all the way until Sunday. And we, like I said, we almost run, we almost run everything full time. We close for 1 hour, so that's about it. And then we pretty much restart all over again. So it's a great nifty tool. I'm just going to blast out this YouTube page so people can join it. All right, so after that, registration. So usually what we do is we have 6 stations of registration. 6 stations of registration, almost 24 hours is a lot of hours. So that's when the bulk of you guys will be there. We have a supervisor position, or supervisor/manager position. This position is for people that are quick on their feet, who can troubleshoot, who are going to be floating around and you know, helping with the wristband station if it gets clogged up, helping somebody you know, troubleshoot their iPad if it's acting up. So this is somebody who's really hands-on, who can think quick on their feet. Usually the kind of personality that we will look for this position are people who have done retail, because that's usually very quick, bartending. I'm just kind of generalizing here, but we need those troubleshooters. So if that's you and you think that that's your personality, definitely put a note in your email and shoot it over to us so that we can you know, put you into that position. The next part that we're going to talk about is the wristband station. So wristband station will have people literally just putting on wristbands, checking IDs, making sure that the person you know, gets the right pass, because we have multiple pass options. I think this year we have 8 or 9 pass options. It's very important that we you know, give the right wristband and that kind of thing. So that's registration. The next thing, and the biggest the second department, the biggest department that we'll actually look at, is setup and tear down. So we run 8 ballrooms that pretty much go until 8 a.m. So if you can imagine, I mean, setting up 8 ballrooms is crazy. So what we do is we actually load in. This year we're going to load in on Wednesday, the week of the festival, so the 13th, at 4 p.m. is the earliest time that we can start setting up in the ballrooms, and we'll just have as many people as we can come in and load in that time. So that means literally people pushing carts, moving sound systems, helping our lighting crew and our dance floor crew assemble dance floors, and pretty much just put everything in place for the next day. So we have International Ballroom, which is split up into 3. That's our main ballroom. International Center is where all the sound goes, where the performers perform, where the concerts will be. That's our main stage, and that's one of the biggest setups. So if you guys know anything about lighting, about truss systems, about banners, about you know, all those kind of stuff. If you actually know what cables are called, so if you've done DJing before, that's super helpful, because literally Todd and Lee and Robert will be like, okay, get me an XLR cable, and you'll just have to run to the bins and you know, go and get them an XLR cable. So those kind of little things really help us out in the long run. If you are the ones who are going to be doing setup and teardown, we are giving you guys an hour and a half of credit per hour. So it's a little bit more, because this is the hard labor. This is the, you know, making sure that the dance floors are stable and all that kind of stuff. That lifting more than 10 pounds is usually the deal here. So keep that in mind. So if you're interested in that, you could really knock out a lot of your hours on Wednesday. And then we also do tear down on Monday. Literally, it's Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. until 4 a.m. So those are 4 hours, and the more people that we get, the quicker it goes. So that's some of you guys I know on the call, like Steven, you guys have done you know, the teardown on Monday. It is kind of crazy, and but you know, it just takes a certain kind of person to just kind of push through and do all that grunt work. I know a lot of you guys don't want to do the Monday, or you guys have work obligations, so definitely let us know about that. Okay, so setup and teardown, 1.5 credits. So that's a nice incentive for you guys to really, you know, get into that program. The next thing is the next area, I should say, that we're going to fill. I'm going by order of need here. Is the ballrooms. So the ballrooms, the ballroom supervising, that's pretty much where we, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. The ballroom setup is pretty much, you know, helping us on Friday and Saturday during the concert so that the table seating people are happy. So if you've never been to the Congress, what happens on Friday and Saturday is that we put these nice VIP table seats right dead center in front. So just to give you a visual, we have a stage that's actually a beautiful, beautiful curtain. I mean, it's the most historic stage in DC, you know, in the nation. It's where Obama had his inaugural ball, so it's this gorgeous stage. We actually add a runway to it, so you have the stage curtain here, you have the runway coming down, and it goes 36 feet out, and on either side we have these VIP tables so that they can really, so those people can really enjoy the concert, meet, you know, get up close and personal with the artists. Mika Mendez on Friday, Jerry Rivera and Toby Love on Saturday. So those areas really need to be manned well so that we keep those people happy. So our ballroom people usually start around 8 o'clock. The doors open at 8:30. And then what they do is they pretty much just make sure that they have VIP table seating wristbands so that the people can come in, they can seat them, and whatnot. So we have the shows that start from 8:30 to 11:30-ish, if nothing goes wrong, and then 11:30 until about 1 or 2, depending on the night, will be the concert, and then after that, you know, we'll go into the next part. So those people, I mean, it's, if you guys enjoy the shows and you don't mind working during the shows but still being able to watch the shows, that's your area. You literally would stand post at the stanchion, and you would you know, ask people for their wristband or whatever procedure we put in place so that those people are happy. They can come in and out. They can enjoy the dancing in the back, but they have their own seat in the front. So that's that. The next part, and that is actually a full-time job. Like, that's from about 8 o'clock to about 2 o'clock, so it's, you know, roughly 6, 7, 8 hours sometimes. So you can really get a bulk of your hours done there and still enjoy the shows, still enjoy the concert portion of the Congress also. All right, so the next part, let's go through down the list. The next department would be helping our sound and lighting. So last year we had a couple of you guys that helped us out with the spotlight, and literally this job was sitting on a podium. So imagine that beautiful runway, the 36-foot runway, and then a couple feet, and then another stand there so that you can actually put the lights and where the camera stands. So these guys pretty much took the spotlight when me and Lee were on stage, and then he just followed us as we went back and forth. And actually, there were a couple of you guys who did it, so I shouldn't generalize by he, she, but there were a couple of you guys who did it, and that was actually really another one of those opportunities where you could watch the shows, and actually do the production side of things, which is really cool. So that's that. That is actually a lot of hours, even though it's a pretty simple job, just following us around and following Toby and Jerry around with the light. It is a lot of hours during the night. That usually goes from 8 to 2 a.m. So if you guys have ever done that and you guys think you guys can contribute in that sense, we're all for it. The next area is going to be, I'm going down my little schedule here. The next area that we fill is the t-shirt booths and the kiosks. So going back to registration and the International Terrace, where we have all of our vendors, we actually have a t-shirt booth. We have a booth that's the Lee and Kat booth that we actually just have people, sitting there selling t-shirts and, helping the vendors any which way they can. So that's a pretty easy job, and that's one of the last ones that we fill, just because we always want to have our registration filled. But that's if you've ever done t-shirt sales, it's pretty much just helping people try things on, choosing the right size. So moving around is definitely something that that you would do there. All right, and then the last thing that I want to talk about is airport pickup. So last year we didn't do this because we had a sponsorship from Uber, which went a little sour. So we're actually going back to our method that happened 2 years ago, which was where we get a volunteer or a couple volunteers to help us with the pickup of the artists. The pickup and the drop-off of the artists, because we pick them up usually on Thursday, Friday, sometimes Saturday, and then they usually leave on Monday or late night Sunday. So we need people to literally drive them from the hotel to DCA and back, or there's very few people that are going to BWI. And I don't think we have anybody going to Dulles. So those are just some quick pickups. If you guys live in those areas, if you guys live close to Dulles, you live close to Baltimore, BWI, or you live close to DCA, or you think you can arrange a quick pickup on the way to volunteering, that's something that we'll definitely do this year. So you guys can put that in. I'm trying to fill that gap with one person for Friday, 1 or 2 people on Friday, so it's not too many people that I have to send schedules to. But if you guys have a SUV, that's something to note, a big car, that would help a lot with us. And pretty much, sometimes these artists surprise us and bring a couple more friends with them, so we always just call them ahead. We give you guys the artist, the contact number, all that good stuff, their flight, their departure, and their arrival, all that kind of stuff, so you guys can know what's going on if there's a flight delay. So you guys can manage that. And that's pretty much it. So those are your departments. So now that you guys get a better view of the departments, what I'm going to ask you is that you go to dcbacheta.info@gmail.com and make any changes that you want to make to your application. If you have scheduling changes, like you're working or you decided to stay at the hotel, definitely let us know, because that'll be a crucial part in scheduling you. If you guys want to do the teardown, that's my #1 priority, the setup and teardown and registration. That's something that you guys should also note in there. If you guys think you guys are capable for the supervising position, if you wanna if you guys feel that you want to actually do something, registration isn't for you and you want to do t-shirts, keep that all in, take that all in, think about it, and send us an email so that we can update your application accordingly. We want to make everybody happy also, so if you guys also have a particular workshop that you guys want to take, just make a note of it. 9 out of 10 times, if there's if you want to take the workshop from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's pretty much all the workshops. It's going to be really hard to schedule you, but if you guys give us a broader sense and just tell us, okay, I can work, but I really want to take Darlene Garcia's class, then it'll be a little easier for us to schedule you, and we can usually swap you guys out if it's really just 1 hour that you guys want to do. We want to make everybody happy, so as long as we know what you guys want to really enjoy, it is 12 hours, so you got to keep that in mind. All right, so my next point is the hotel. So this isn't a commercial, this isn't a pitch. If you guys are volunteering for the first time, I always tell my newbies, please just try to get a hotel at least one night. It doesn't benefit us one way or another if you get a hotel or not, but it is a lot of hours if you are driving back and forth. We have several volunteers who do it, but it's just really taxing on the body to do workshops, to volunteer, and then party the rest of the night and then try to go home. So please keep that in mind. Be safe on the road so you guys have fun. And even if you have to just do one night, there's been a couple groupings of people during the volunteer meetings that we had at Lucky Strike and at the Latin Skyline Party, that they actually met up with people and they're like, hey, why don't we just share a room, split the cost, get a cot in the room, and it works for people, so that you guys have more flexibility and you guys have somewhere to rest after working and all the activities that we do at the Congress. So that's that. Lastly, if you guys want to volunteer extra hours for the master classes, which aren't included in your full pass, and the VIP table seating for Saturday or Friday, we are offering that. So the master classes would come at 3 extra hours, and the table seating the same, 3 and 3. So if you guys want to do that, that's great. Just send us an email, we'll update your application. Alright, so scheduling is always the toughest thing because we have over 100 volunteers. Just trying to schedule all those people and putting them all on the same page is really tough. So what we've done, I'm going to show you really quickly if I can share my screen again. I don't want to share my Facebook, let's see. Let's see if I can do it here, maybe not. Sorry for the clicking. I know it's probably really annoying, but here we go. Alright, so some of you guys already got this link, some of you haven't if you guys are just tuning in, but this is actually our volunteer master schedule. So if you guys look at the schedule, it says application received, and the ones who have applied first, or I should say, the ones who have applied up until last week are in here. So you guys can look by your first name and last name, and then what we've done, this volunteer identifier is what your code for your hours. So what we've done, everybody at this point, if you guys have submitted an application, are taken. So congratulations, you guys made it to the volunteer program. You guys have your full pass, no need to buy. Just make sure that you do your volunteer agreement and turn in all your forms and all that good stuff. So the status here, once we schedule you in, will be confirmed. What we'll have to do is we'll have to make sure that this volunteer agreement is filled, so it has to say a Y for yes. The attended a volunteer mandatory meeting will have to say yes, and the total hours will be 12. For those of you guys who want to do extra hours, we can put extra hours in there, and it'll just say 12 complete or 14 hours complete, whatever the case is. And then first name, last name. So this will be the status. This is the link that we sent out by email. So if you guys want to add yourself later, then that's perfectly fine. The next thing is, then on the bottom, the little tabs, you'll see status, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's kind of duplicated a little bit. But let's look at Saturday, for example. So Saturday, we've started to schedule some things in. Saturday, you'll see has station 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the wristband station, the manager on duty, t-shirt booth, Lee and Cat booth, ballroom left, ballroom right, ballroom left, ballroom right, ballroom supervisor, etc. So these things are literally your keys to get in. So KK1, let's just give an example for you guys who will look for KK1, which is probably here. KK1, Kimberly Kirby. I'm going to use you as an example, Kimberly. Kimberly is scheduled from 9, so she starts at 9 a.m. and she ends at 1 o'clock. So that's a full hour. 12 to 1 is a full hour. So there, Kimberly has done already 4 hours there. So what you would do when you look at the schedule on Saturday is you would look for your initials and you would calculate those 12 hours. It should add up to 12 hours, and that's where you would report to every day. Everybody is going to be reporting to registration first, and then going into their station. So that's why we have this nice little thing that says volunteers, please make sure you come 10 to 15 minutes early to help us out. So that's the way of doing that. Again, on Sunday, oh, I didn't even know this. Sunday, it's actually 2 credits. So whereas Thursday's setup, Wednesday and Thursday is 1.5, Sunday is 2 credits because it's the most undesired area. So we really need to fill that. So we'll give you guys some extra hours if you guys decide to do that. We've had a couple dropouts in that area, so we're just trying to incentivize people to really help us out there. Sunday loadout is really hectic, so we want to just make sure that we get everything out of the hotel on time. We have to be out of there by 4. Okay, so that's that. So I think that's it for volunteering. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. If you have any changes of your schedule, email me also, because it's going to be really crucial in scheduling you guys in the right positions. We do have a lot of staff that helps us out. Just a quick note, I mean, this is a family-run business, so it's literally, I don't know if you saw that in the schedule, but it said like Lee's mom, Kat, Sam, Lee's sister, Sam. So this is a really family-run business, and we really expect people to to kind of feel like a family. We're all there, just helping out and everything. So I really appreciate your time, guys, and this year is going to be amazing. I want you guys to enjoy everything, so just make sure you shoot an email to me if you guys have any changes and whatnot. The schedule won't be final until Saturday evening. We were going to try to get it out to you guys by Friday, and some of you guys will be done by Friday, but for the ones who came later, we won't have it until Saturday, and the ones who just applied like this past week will probably be Sunday. So check that out, and if you guys have any scheduling changes also, let us know. Alright guys, well I think that's about it for me. So thank you so much for your time, and shoot me an email if you guys have any questions. Bye guys, thanks.